Hi everyone, and welcome back to this week's video. Very exciting with the arrivals of some of the 2025 Charlie Bears. We have been asked so many times to do more Charlie Bear videos because you just love to see them more in detail than just the images in the catalogue or online. So here I am with my latest delivery of some of the really super cute latest bears. I'm going to start with some anniversary bears. Now, with it being the 20th anniversary of Charlie Bears, it's lovely that they have also been thinking about what the collectors would love. And I know they've been testing you all over the last sort of 18 months to what maybe ideas you would love to see in your collection. So there you go, you never know. Even due to some of your recommendations, they have taken on board some of the bears that you would love them to produce in this year's collection. So here we have a lovely, super cute anniversary Chai Chai 2025 collection. Like I say, the anniversary ones are always either a smaller version or very similar to the original one, which may have been even produced up to in the 20-year collection. But this is really cute and it's a great size for housing. I love the way that they've put the bell on as well, because of course a lot of the original bears did have those bells, and that's what we love. The bells, the keys, and those little traditional details which really work well. Also being a black and white panda, very traditional but also super popular, and just that very appealing face. Look at those really soulful panda eyes there. And I've really got obsessed lately by the noses and how these beautifully stitched noses really become the main feature of the face, of course, along with those eyes being so soulful. But I love the way that they just add the added shading, which really gives it that definition too. So this one coming in at £75 and is definitely a must on your list. So please add it to your cart now. They're all available at MaryShortle.com. And I have to say, this one is definitely a super cute one for your collection. Now, the next one, also an anniversary piece, was always one of my favourites when it was first released, again, quite a while ago now. And that, of course, is Anniversary Savoury Pudding. So again, based on the larger version, the anniversary piece is just perfect. They've captured the face absolutely wonderfully. And also the fabric, it just stands up on end. It just gives him so much character. It really does. He's very sassy, but very cute. Also coming in at £89 this one, but an absolute dream piece for your collection. What an absolute beauty. So definitely think about anniversary bears to add into your collection, because they would complement the older ones if you do have the originals very nicely to pop them together. What I'm loving about Charlie Bears at the minute is the way that Charlie and Will are thinking about price points. Obviously, things are difficult in the world at present for a lot of people, but we don't want to give up our hobbies or our collection. So it's just finding smaller amounts of money to really still be able to enjoy our hobbies too. And coming in under that £50 price point, especially if you're new to the hobby and just being able to treat yourselves now and again. This one is absolutely adorable. It's a smaller piece, 2025 collection. This is Amaris, and she's an absolute dream piece. Look at the way that they just accented the nose in the lilac there and just enhanced it with that lilac organza bow. They're all fully jointed. They have a lovely beanie and soft fill feeling to them, but this lovely hair, you just give them a gentle shake and they just really ooze character. So this one is absolutely adorable, and like I say, that price point coming in under £50 just works so well to be able to either start out in the collection or to continue what you love doing. But isn't that just an absolute beauty? Sometimes when we see the images on the release catalogue, we're not always sure, and it's often the ones that you're unsure about that actually turn out far nicer than you ever anticipated. This one is really lovely. The pink is a more subtle pink than we thought, and also using the lilac trim there and the amber coloured nose with the organza bow, it works very nicely. It's quite a subtle bear in the fur, so to speak. Fully jointed, of course, Isabel Lee, the creator of this beautiful one, and coming in at £76, so a fair price for a decent sized bear. The touch is very lovely. It actually feels like a mohair bear, and with that slight kink as well in the fabric, just gives it that little bit of a vintage look to it as well. But it's a warm bear. It really does melt your heart, and it's got a very, very traditional face and shape and profile too, which works very, very well, even though it's in a slightly brighter tone. But if you love pink bears like we do here, then this one is something definitely a little bit different for your collection too. So think about Lilly. If you would love to add Lilly to your collection, then we have her available here from the 2025 collection. An absolute dream. Now, something that we absolutely love, we know in the past they've done the months of the year bears in the mini Mo collection, the calendar girls, which were very, very popular and mainly a sellout of most of the months. And this year, for the 25th anniversary, they have actually brought out a wonderful days of the week. So we know a lot of collectors love collecting the whole collection, so every day of the week, but it's also sometimes nice just to find your day of the week. So starting with Monday being of the amber tones, very subtle, very peaceful looking teddy, but loving that slight fleck and the undertone being the darker shading too. So for all of those of you who were born on a Monday, this bear is for you. Now, of course, moving on to Tuesday, we have a lovely colorway. We have a lovely blue and cream tone. So there's your Monday and there's your Tuesday. And again, they just complement each other so well. So like I was saying, all the same pattern, same size, and that works well if you do want to have the whole 7 bears displayed together. But again, beautiful turquoise tones there with that rich turquoise stitch nose and those lovely little black button eyes. Very cute, aren't they? And they're very soft to touch as well. I think that's great for a younger child if they want to start collecting. It's just the perfect size, and obviously great price too, £48. So there you go. If you're wanting your day of the week, then why not hop on our website or come into store and see them for yourself? You never know. You might even adopt more than one. Here we have Wednesday, a little bit more vibrant with the Wednesday there coming up to the middle of the week. That lovely lime tone there. Gosh, that's a really big organza bow, isn't it? Really setting him off there, and he's an absolute dream piece too. Again, thought put into the colours of the stitching of the thread that they've used, and just that lovely easy to move joints as well, so you can position them very nicely and they just fit so well in your collection. So moving quickly through the week now, we're at Thursday already, and here we have the beautiful purple and lilac tones, but again with that creamy overtone, which just makes her so pretty. The lilac threaded nose there and those gorgeous little black eyes just make her so much character, but she's also an absolute lovely piece for your collection. What's lovely about this range is they're all quite subtle, so they work really well together. Well, talking of subtle, actually we've hit Friday now, and this one is a little bit more vibrant, but still looks more subtle than if it was more a neon yellow, as have been used in some of the past pieces from Charlie Bear, which have been quite vibrant lately. But this one also works very well, and this one is Friday, so they still complement each other even if you're wanting to have them sitting together. That one is also very cute. So they're all the same price, £48, and you can just hop on our website now, and we have only limited stock available, so once they're gone, they're gone. Heading to the weekend now, the days we love of the week where we can just relax and have some fun. This one is beautiful. It's actually more of a peachy apricot tone, I would say, but with a slightly brighter organza bow, and again works so well just with that lighter overtone. I like the way that the fabrics all really are the same but just in different colours, and that works so well too. And of course the little stitched paws there, and again very easy to position for your collection, but really lovely pieces. £48, and of course don't forget we've got free delivery on all our Charlie Bears on our website too, so you're welcome to order as little or as much as you like, and you will be eligible for the free delivery on all Charlie Bears. The last of the week, which is Sunday, is a lovely more traditional coloured bear. Again, that sort of darker mocha colour coming through, but just highlighted with that super pretty pale pink nose and the pale pink bow there. Absolutely adorable. So that is the Days of the Week bear from the new collection 2025 Charlie Bear, which absolutely work perfectly. Like I say, if you would love to adopt them all, then we have them all available here or on our website at MaryShortle.com. We were just talking about vibrancy within the Charlie Bear collection, and we have found two that we forgot about. We have so many deliveries arriving on a daily basis here at Mary Shortle of retired and current Charlie Bears. We sometimes forget and they get lost and maybe snuck to the back of the display. So this one is so adorable, coming in at £45. This is Raspberry Cupcake. Oh my goodness, she looks as sweet as her name, doesn't she? So if you want something a little bit more vibrant, she is super cute. She's a really sweet size, even just sitting in the palm of your hand there, and she would just snuck in nicely to your collection. Now what they've done is they've used the same fabric on a bunny. So this is a lock-eared bunny, a little fluffy tail there, very, very cute. And this is Raspberry Ripple. So we've got Raspberry Ripple and we've got Raspberry Cupcake, and actually they look very, very complementary together, the teddy being a little bit smaller, but they would work so well, coming in £49 and £45. So again, very doable if you're new to the Charlie Bear world, and they're just a perfect gift. Fancy receiving that for your birthday. Wouldn't that bring a big smile to your face? They are just so delicious. So they are also available with us here at Mary Shortle. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. I do notice actually they've used a very similar coloured thread on the nose, but they are slightly different in their shape of stitching, but they work so well. So those ones, an absolute treat for your collection. Now next is something a little bit different, so moving into a little bit more fantasy, bringing in some of the mythical characters into the 2025 collection, because we know they've been creeping in now for the last few years, and we do have collectors who absolutely love the mythical fantasy side, and of course the traditional bears are always #1 here at Mary Shortle, but these ones are very cute. Now they're 4 in the series, we've just received 2 of them so far, and this is the cute elf. So this is the Earth Elf, and he's like the baby of the family. He's so cute. He's got a multi-pattern fabric there, and I love this little detail scarf. It actually reminded me of a little scout, but look at those ears. It just gives him that really sweet cuteness. What I loved about these ones was completely new pattern design is the shape of the paws. Aren't they unusual? So they're very, very elongated and very nicely stitched. Actually, the way they've been stitched and shaped reminds me of some of the vintage teddies that we also sell here. But this one, again, £76 coming in. So if you love him, just to sit, wouldn't he look lovely just sat on a little branch? He's so cute, and he's a perfect size as well, just to snuck in to your collection too. So that one is the Earth Elf. The other one we have in the range is the Water Elf. So quite different, quite a bit bigger as well, coming in at, I believe, £88. Yes, £88. They do complement each other really well, and of course the other size, which will be Air and Fire, which will make the set of 4 as well. Now I love Earth Elf, Water Elf, sorry. He's got a great shape. He's a little bit of a cutie, isn't he, with those little fluffy ears. The colour's lovely. It's like a kingfisher blue, and again he's got these elongated little arms there, and the longer fabric on the middle of the body, and again those lovely feet. Now one of the lovely details is, look at those, the little embroidered fish that they've popped at the bottom of the scarf. Isn't that gorgeous? Just that little extra detail there that really makes a world of difference to any collector. So that one is available. I don't know how many of these we've got left. They have been extremely popular, but we've definitely got this one, and he is super cute. Look at those big eyes just saying, take me home. So these ones are really sweet, and again, just perfect to snuck in to your collection. Oh, talking of bunnies, we love Charlie Bears, the reason being the bears and the bunnies, and of course all those other wonderful creations too, but we love their bunnies. And look at this one, little bit more traditional in its colour. This is Honeymoon. How beautiful, coming in £65. I think that is an absolute steal. This is a substantial size rabbit It's really beautiful fabric, very soft, very long hair, and got so much character. But I love these lop ears, and I love the fact that the ends are actually weighted, so they just hang so perfectly. Of course, that big fluffy tail there, and then that mix of fabric which just creates that more sort of real rabbit tone there in the fabric. Really big feet, absolutely fantastic, perfect to sit, and I think that's a really good value piece. It's a fabulous size. There's nothing like seeing them in the fur, is there? They are just so cute. Look at that face. Now this phase and this collection, this really complements some of the other bears that we've been looking at, like Days of the Week, obviously the Raspberry Ripple, Raspberry Cupcake, so they're all a very similar look in the face, and they're just a great starting point. So if you love bunnies, that is definitely a must for your collection. It's absolutely fabulous. Now, who's coming up next? Are you ready? These are very unusual and very different, and I know they're going to be like Marmite. They're either going to be a love or a hate, but I just think they're absolutely crazily wonderful. Are you ready? Let me give this one a shake. Wow, this is Fuzzy Wuzz, definitely the right name for this one, and it's a very unusual fabric. It is so long in its hair, and it's just crazy, isn't it? Love the color. It's like a dark tealy blue. Thank goodness it's got that cream nose just to really set his little face off. Reminds me a bit of Wurzel Gummidge, to be fair, but it's absolutely adorable, isn't it? I love this one. He's a good size. I think he's a lot smaller than he looks because of the length of his fur as well, but he's just a bit crazy. So again, if you like something a bit different, that's not your sort of standard traditional bear, then this one is definitely worth thinking about. It's really lovely and coming in £53. It's a great price. And it's just somebody, it's very tactile, it's lovely and soft. It might not look it, but it really is very soft to touch. You can have so much fun with that one. So that is Fuzzy Wuzz, available now on our website at MaryShortle.com, or of course in our store with our other 300 Charlie Bears here to choose from, just for you to feast your eyes on. Now, the next one is just super adorable. Oh, there's always some in every collection that you completely fall in love with. And this one is not one that I expected to love, but oh my goodness, are you ready? Wow, look at that for a bundle of fluff. This is Fizz Bomb coming in 2025 collection, £50. I love the colour. It is a really lovely, it's like a raspberry colour, and I love this. It actually reminds me a little bit of a mop, but I think that's what makes you smile, because it's so crazy. And who will think of using this type of fabric to create a traditional jointed teddy bear? And it works so well, and that's what we love about Charlie Bear, thinking outside of the box and really turning some traditional patterned teddies into something a little bit unique and different. A signature style for this company that always oozes character, brings a smile to the collector's face, and that's what it's about. Collecting something that makes you happy, that you have so much fun, not only searching and finding it, but then once you own it, you never tire of it. Well, with Fizz Bomb, she's certainly going to make you smile and bring many, many happy days in your collection. She's absolutely enchanting. I would definitely suggest ordering her today because she's a little bit crazy too. Another really magnificent piece. Look at this beauty. This is Miss Johnson, again 2025 collection, showcasing here on today's video. Slightly larger piece, of course, yes, you've guessed it, Isabel Lee, that amazing artist for Charlie Bear, with her signature look, and of course those beautiful sculpted fabric faces, just amazing. But look at this fabric, isn't it unusual? We have the mix of the fabric here with the plain creamer tones with that hint of beige, but then coming in with this vibrancy on the limbs of the bear, and then just accented in the ears and slightly around the eye, giving it just enough for this fabric to really work. But look at the tones, it just looks like feathers, doesn't it? The way that it falls, the way that it moves, and of course when you brush it down, you've got those wonderful stripes in the pattern itself. Whichever way you have this, it really, really works. Lovely organza bow there, but we have a little key around the neck, and on that key it says 1983. Comment below if you know why this has a date on the key. Anyway, coming in £120 from this year's collection, this has to be one of the favourite forerunners of the 2025 range. She's an absolute beauty. Very slender bear, lovely to hold, lovely to give those big hugs and cuddles, and I just think she's absolutely breathtaking. If you would love to adopt a Miss Johnson today, we have limited stock also of these ones because its first delivery is coming through, and we were just so excited to share these with you. Then hop on our website now and add one to your basket. Don't forget, it's free postage on all Charlie Bears too, if you would love to adopt a beautiful Miss Johnson today. Again, loving that mix of different fabrics that they're using in the 2025 collection. Something a little bit different, a very much a closer, smoother finish and a super silky soft touch. This is Burton, coming in at £95. Little bit polar bear-esque there, using the dark grey trim for the nose and the lovely satin bow. Very traditional in its shape and poise, those lovely elongated arms and that beautiful poseable body. A nice weighty bear, but a little bit more structured, and works so well if you love that very traditional look. This is how different they can look in the closer hair against like Miss Johnson that we've looked at with the longer hair. Really changes the whole look of the bear. This one is an absolute dream, and again, if you would love to adopt any of these bears, hop on our website now at MaryShortle.com or come and visit us. They're all waiting here for wonderful hugs from all our collectors. I really don't like to say that I have favourites, but in this delivery, they're all a favourite, but the feel of this one and the look of this one has just absolutely melted my heart. This is the wonderful Abby from the Plumo collection. The Plumo having that accented pieces of mohair into their bears, and of course just 1,000-piece edition worldwide. That is not a great big edition for the amount of collectors that Charlie Bear has around the world. Abby, what can I say? I just wish on the camera you could feel her. I cannot even explain how beautifully soft this is. It doesn't feel like it looks. So it looks a little bit more, I wouldn't say it looks as soft on the camera, but when you feel it, you cannot stop touching this one. It's absolutely beautiful. It's what I call a big, fluffy, traditional teddy that certainly gives the biggest, warmest hugs. Not only is she just stunning, her face shape is just breathtaking. Again, just taking that mohair there around the snout, the way it's been trimmed and shaped with that beautiful signature nose and those absolutely adorable, dreamy, soulful eyes. This is a perfect Isabel Lee creation, new for 2025, and this has to be a must on everybody's list. You will not be able to put this bear down. It is an absolute dream piece. We're so looking forward to the rest of the 2025 deliveries coming through this year. We know there's going to be some super exciting ones. Every single delivery is exciting, but we cannot wait to see the rest of what this year has to bring. They look so different and certainly feel different to what you would imagine from that catalogue image. So there you go, a little insight into the new Charlie Bears 2025 here at Mary Shortle. Thank you so much for watching. We absolutely adore making these videos for you. And don't forget to tell all your friends to subscribe. We've nearly gained another 1,000 subscribers, and it means so much because we know that our subscribers, even if maybe a lot less than other channels, are very genuine, loyal fans of what we're about here at Mary Shortle, the wonderful world of dolls and bears. So we just want to say a massive thank you to you all for following us and just being interested in what we're about here in wonderful York as a family business, and look forward to meeting you all very soon. Don't forget to pop that date in your diary. It's already creeping up, 7th of September. Come and join us for the wonderful Charlie Bear event here at Mary Shortle. Take advantage of wonderful promotions on the day, and of course your chance to meet Michael, wonderful ambassador bearman for Charlie Bears here in our store. We've also got a competition, win £100 to spend in our store. Bring along your favourite bear. Charlie Bear and dress it in an autumn theme. Michael and Mary Lane and my daughter will be judging that day, and why not have a go at winning that £100 voucher? Thanks so much again, and we look forward to seeing you all very, very soon.